Hey, my name is Meg Levu, and this is going to be why I'm closing Bells and Laces Photography and the less PC version of me, because I get to be exactly who I am on my channel. Okay, so let's make it down to 3 core reasons why I'm closing Bells and Laces. Okay, so let me just give you some background. Bells and Laces Photography was created because we were getting so many inquiries into Kevin Levu Photography, our main money maker. Kevin Levu Photography is run and operated and controlled by Kevin, my husband. So he had a really big fear and trust issue about letting people come into Kevin Levu Photography and messing it up, okay? Like they weren't good enough. Nobody's ever good enough. They're not going to know exactly what to do. We're going to mess up everything that we built. That was the fear before. So we created Bells and Lace Photography because 1, we had so many inquiries. 2, we had shooters that were actually ready to step up to the plate and be trained. And we thought that we could make that bridge, which we did. With that being said, that was reason number 1 why we made it. Number 2, Kevin and I, for the last 10 years of our relationship, had not been on the same page financially. There'd been some weird assumptions that we made about each other. And a lot of it comes back to a lot of trust issues. And basically, when it comes down to it, Kevin did not trust me to see that side of him, which was financial stuff. And still expected me to take care of the home, work in Kevin Levu Photography, work in Coverve, work in whatever I was doing, like stuff like this, and provide financially to us. And so we have been working on ourselves and in our marriage for a long time to be very, very clear about how I want to be taken care of and supported in this marriage, and how he wants to be taken care of and supported by me in this marriage. And so we basically just weren't trusting each other. For the whole time that we've been together, there was just a lot of mistrust between us. And it's funny to say it, but because even with all this mistrust, we were still moving. We were still, the train was still moving. It was still operating, and some on the outside of what we have would say, oh, they're successful. They figured it out. When in fact, there was a lot of stuff under the surface, under the smiles and under the professionalism and the working really hard. Things were broken. Things were broken, and they were slowly eroding. And thankfully to this wonderful pattern interrupt. We had this pattern, right? It was a pattern. Thankfully to this pattern interrupt, which I credit to my good friends, Tony Chang and Cindy Chen. And they were able to help us fix our marriage. And that's a whole big long story too, but and not only fixing our trust issues, but fixing our marriage. Like, wow. So finally we have trust between us. And I remember as we were starting to work on ourselves, starting to work on our marriage, Kevin proposed, hey, you need to consolidate, or I would like you to consolidate now Bells and Kevin Levu Photography. And step 1, he suggested it, right? Because I'm thinking, oh, I need to pay for my own stuff. I'm, paying rent in my own house, in my own marriage. That's kind of how I was thinking. And so finally we had this whole big spiel about, hey, what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. Duh. Interesting. Long story short, what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine kind of thing. We are working together now. We're finally on the same team. And I'm going to keep having this conversation, most likely. In another year or so, we're going to have the same conversation where new things are going to be uncovered in our marriage, in our relationship, in our business, where we go, oh, we were broken there. So let's just put a pin in that. So cool. All right. Let's Let's do it together. I had some trust issues too, where it's like, well, what does this mean exactly? Does this mean that we're actually going to be a married couple where I don't have to worry about what's mine and what's yours? So we figured that stuff out. And that was great. And so now I'm in the process of closing down all the things. We've had some bumps in the road as to when we finally decided to merge the two companies, merge us completely. It was very difficult, like honestly, a couple days just coming out of it. Like, oh my God, I thought I was gonna get out of there, but we worked on it. We had the ultimate goal of, hey, we're here, we're together, we're on the same team, we're committed to each other, and everything else attached to us will follow. And so that happened. And so now I'm in the process of closing everything down, sending out last checks, marking off last payments. And now I'm having time to reflect back on all this stuff. And so there's going to be a lot of vlogs coming through about my experience, and I hope that it helps other people maybe going through it. Because honestly, guys, like, in a way, I was like, nothing's wrong. I'm fine. Like the ship is burning, that whole meme, the ship is burning and the boards of wood are like flying everywhere, and I'm walking down the stairs like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Like that in my marriage. Because it's not often that we want to reflect and look back at ourselves and be like, and put so much, what it feels like a lot of work and a lot of energy into fixing the things, or addressing the things that you're not completely happy with or content with or at peace with. That you're not completely at peace with. There's always, I'm not saying our marriage is perfect now. We fixed everything. No, every day I have to decide to not habitually speak the way I've always spoken to him because of said problems or issues in the past. I have to habitually, I have to consciously think about how I'm going to word certain things when I want something, a behavior to change. I have to consciously make the decision to choose to love my husband when he does something that's a past behavior or that is rooted in fear. And I'm trying to be supportive and listen and understand where fears are coming from. And then the same for me, reverse for me with him, having to be patient with me when I speak in a tone that is probably short or irritated. And it's not, directly related to him. So little things like that every day, and when we work together, right? So every hour deciding to be thoughtful, be conscious, be willing to grow together, and it was feeling very like hyped. Cool, we're gonna be together. We're gonna be finally like not worrying about dumb shit. And then in the middle of it, like just a couple days ago, I was at the crux of the pain, the crux of the climb of this merger. And it was just so challenging. I just wanted to break stuff, and I was like, fortunately, again, thanks to my friends, Tony and Cindy, they were able to calm my ass down and interrupt my pattern of how I would normally address frustrating, hard situations. And at the same time, it's great to get that from an outside perspective to kind of teach yourself to, oh, this is how I've always handled it. I need to handle it better. You know what I mean? And I learned that from my friends. And now I've learned enough to where I feel comfortable to teach myself in the moments where I needed that guidance, and then inspire and teach Kevin to do the same. And then we teach each other. And so we begin to rely not on outside people, but rely on each other. And I think that's a really important step too. When you start to learn to make your business better, make your life better, you often look to others for inspiration, right? That's like, because you're like, dude, I don't know what else to do, what else to say, you know? And so you start looking outside, and that's great. But in the end, it's going to be you making the decisions. So, you know, as we're going through this merger right now, I'm learning to not always lean on my crutches or my friends too much. They're there. That's great. And not just Tony and Cindy, like my cousins, my sister, you know, my mom and dad and stuff. Like they're there. They're there for you. The people who love you and support you are there for you. But don't forget about the number one supporter. Your number one cheerleader should be you, right? So I'm learning that as well right now. And it's really nice and comforting to know I'm here. I'm gonna just say that, because that's nice. It's nice to know that other people support you too, but number one, and I think I've forgotten this for a long time, is that I forget it sometimes, you know, and I forget it quite often, that I am my number one supporter. I'm number one, the supporter. I should be the one. And that's not an egotistical thing. That's not an arrogant thing. That's a self-love thing. Self-love thing. What is the difference between self-love and being selfless? Check out our new podcast called The Golden Rule. We talk about a lot of this stuff. You'll know all the details of everything, honestly. You'll know all the details of everything. I do not shy away from being very, very real there. So, look, I didn't even get to 3 reasons. Those are the 2. Okay, number 3 is, yes, we want to grow. And we want to grow in a way that is not just for us, but includes the people that are a part of our team, a part of our second family, basically. In order for us to be the people that we want to be in the things that we're doing and the things that we want to do in the future, not to be too in the future, but it's doing the steps now, it's being present now to make sure that we're executing, growing. Oh man, it feels really good. I've gone through a lot in like 2 weeks. It's crazy. I love that I'm being able to now transfer all of my old clients' images from Bells, our clients' images, over into the KLV cloud spot. I'm gonna do a review on them. I love being able to see the issues that we're dealing with right now, being frustrated with it, granted. Oh, I was frustrated. But the fact that I'm at this point, right? The fact that I was at the crux, I knew it was coming, and that I could see the problem and then just address it. I don't know, it's a weird feeling. It's a very weird feeling. So those are the 3 reasons why I'm closing Bells and Laces photography down. I'm very happy about it. It means so much for just myself, my self-growth, my self-esteem, my identity. Interestingly enough, even though I'm joining in a company that does not have my name on it, was not formed exclusively by me, I know who I am now. And what I bring to the table is invaluable to my husband. Not because I'm the only one that can do it. Well, kind of, yeah. I'm the only one can do it my way. You know what I mean? And my friend Tony taught me that I am invaluable. I think I've always known it. It was just a matter of learning the language, learning and understanding what it feels like. And Michelle taught me that too, that I am invaluable, that I am here, and that I have something to give, and that I deserve everything that I want. And everything that I want includes so many people as well. It's not just for me, you know? And I think that realization has been very powerful in terms of making things line up exactly the way that I want it. and the reason why things are coming together now of all times, you know? It's like a lot, it's sometimes it seems like, oh, geez, why didn't we just do this? Because it's, you know, you weren't ready, sweetheart. Sweetheart, you weren't ready, okay? So, I'm ready now, and I'm not ready for everything, but I'm ready for what needs to happen now, which is great. That's a great, great feeling. So that's why I closed Bells and Laces Photography. Sound off in the comments if you like this video. Please give it a like. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff about business, self-development, personal stuff. I get personal. I'm going to go personal with you. I feel like I'm in a place to now give now. I've been holding a lot back because I felt empty. I felt half full, you know, and it was up to me to fill my cup. So here I am. I'm very full now. I'm ready to give, not in everything, but like in this channel, ready to give in this channel, feel good about it. And it's great because now I'm documenting a time where this has happened and now it's lives forever in this vlog and in this video. So sound off in the comments. What's going on with you? Would love to hear it. And I'll see you in there. Bye.